All right, so today I want to work in Final Cut Pro here. There are some menu entries in here that I'd like to be able to activate automatically with the StreamDeck button. So a couple of steps to set this up. The first of these I think I want is to be able to take a clip and double the speed on it, or maybe quadruple the speed on it. And so to do that, first up, I'm going to hop over to Keyboard Maestro, and I'm going to create a new group here. Call this FCPX for Final Cut Pro. And I'll say that this is only available in, then I'll pick an app here, Final Cut Pro. All right, and then can create a new entry in here for a new macro. And let's do this as fast at 2x. And then down in the actions, I need to add a new action here. And if I search through here, I think it's just called menu. Then I want select or show a menu item. There we go. All right, so Final Cut Pro. And then I can pick over on the right here from the menu dropdown. I can go over to Final Cut Pro. This is the live menu for the live app. I can then come over here down to the modify menu. And inside of here, there should be a retime. Yep, there we go. And then from here, I can pick fast and I can pick 2x. It fills that out for me then. That way I don't have to type in the name of each sub menu element to get to the final element because that's 4 elements deep. Instead, I just set that up. And then if I split the screen here, and over in Final Cut Pro, I'm going to select this clip here so this applies. I'm going to just test this out here by running the macro. And there you go. You can see it's doubled its speed. So now that I have that, come over to StreamDeck and let's set up a new button here. Not certain how I'm going to lay this out ultimately, but for now, I'll just add the buttons in and I'll organize them later. So first up, I want this to say 2x, and then I'm going to set from a file here. All right, there we go. There's the blank background. So that'll just show 2x now. And then I need to select a macro, and I want to pick the very topmost one, which is the last one I modified. It's a feature I like about this KM link extension to StreamDeck. Set that then, hop over to Final Cut Pro. Now undo what I just did, and now I'm going to hit that button, and there you go. It doubles the speed. And so now I'm going to do the same thing again over inside of Keyboard Maestro. I'm just going to copy and paste that. Now I could parameterize this and maybe pass different values, but I don't think I really want that. I think I just want a few entries, so I'll just key these in manually as separate macros. Do 4x there, come back over here, copy this, paste this. Oops, copy this. I don't know why I did that. Replace that. And we'll do 4x. And then there's fast 4x. So that's the other thing you can do. If you don't have the entry selected you want, just type fast. So you just do fast, and then you could arrow through the items here to pick something. All right, so now that's selected, let's test it out. Undo right here, hit 4x, and there you go. That's at 4x. And then I think the next thing I wanted inside of that menu, let's just come over here to Keyboard Maestro, paste that. This one I'm going to call custom, where I can open up a little menu where I can, or a little text box inside of Final Cut Pro where I can set a custom value. I think it's just custom here. Actually, I don't think it's, let's come here and let's pick this again. So Final Cut Pro and modify, retime, and where is it at? There you go, custom speed. Okay, so that fixes the menu entries. So let's come over to the StreamDeck and let's paste that one again. Call this custom. This is a great example where I don't really need to create special icons. I can just put a word on the button and that should be sufficient. Okay, now that that's set up, let's come over here, undo what we did before, and let's just see if custom works. There you go. And if I 4x it and then I hit custom, I have the 400%, and now I could change that to 300 if I want. And there you go, I'm off to the races. So the next thing I think I want here, let's copy another one of these and paste this. And let's call this one slower at 50%. Again, I'm just going to pick through the menu here. And we'll go to slow here, 50%. All right, and then over in StreamDeck, I might put slow 50% just as a reminder. Maybe on the second line here, 50%. And then there's the entry. Come and test that out. We'll undo what we have here. Slow. There you go. Doubled the duration, just slowed it all down. Okay, so the last one I think I wanted, up in the modify menu retime, I think I want to do the reset speed. So let's come over here and add that entry. Reset speed, and then again, and this takes some time here. I know it's painful, but such is life. Modify, and then we want to retime, and we want to reset the speed. Okay, and then we'll come over here. We'll just call this one reset speed. Again, I'll revisit the icons here or the text. For now, I just want to test this out. Reset speed, I set the macro, and now let's double this or quadruple it, and then I'll hit the reset speed, and there you go, that works. So that's all it takes inside of a combination of Keyboard Maestro to be able to activate a menu item. And that's because in my research, I've never found a plugin or extension to StreamDeck that would allow me to set up an action that would invoke a specific menu in an application. And so that's why I'm using Keyboard Maestro as my backend to then invoke menu entries. And so, yeah, this is a great starting point here for a set of Final Cut Pro buttons on my Stream Deck that tie into Keyboard Maestro and that can speed up a lot of the common tasks that I perform without having to poke through the menus myself, or more importantly, without having to learn the various keyboard shortcuts. For example, normal speed here, it does have Shift in, but chances of me remembering that, unless I'm using it absolutely all the time, chances are pretty low. Whereas now I've got a button that reminds me, and I don't ever have to learn that shortcut in the first place.